By the way, the Patriots roster against the Eagles roster. There's a story today that 18 New England Patriots are undrafted.
I can believe that.
4 of their starters, their wide receivers, went to Monmouth and Rutgers.
Yeah.
So, to you, do you look at the Eagles roster and think way better than New England's? How's that land for you?
Well, I do think the Philadelphia Eagles roster has more guys that was drafted high. You look at Brandon Graham, Fletcher Cox, both first-round picks.
Yeah.
Just a ton of guys who were in the Andy Reid, Chip Kelly era, who's still around, who's guys who are, high draft picks. And then you look at New England's roster, and these guys just pop up out of nowhere. Amendola was on the practice squad in Philadelphia, played on the scout team. Julian Edelman, where did he come from?
Kent State. He's a quarterback.
Yeah, maybe 6th-round guy. And then you got Tom Brady, one of the best quarterback in the National Football League.
But why does it work for New England then?
I think it's the coaches. I think it's the staff. I think they game plan different than any other team in the league. I think they get it and they understand football.
More about concepts.
Situational football, concepts. It's just a different field, man. And when you watch them, it's evident. And if you look at the New England Patriots, they play their best football in the second half. The Super Bowl, it was evident last year.
Yeah, and I was saying earlier, to play for Belichick, would you want – you were a star athlete.
Yeah.
And you'd go out there, you ad-libbed a lot. So my takeaway would be, you wouldn't want to play for Bill Belichick.
It all depends. I think that will have to come down to how we game plan, what the concepts, what the plays will look like. Am I comfortable with it? Can I have success with it? And the New England Patriots are so team-oriented that every guy gets to touch the ball. You got 3 running backs, and everyone has 9 carries apiece at the end of the day for a total of 27 carries and 50 yards apiece.
So it really is a community.
It's a community. It's running back by committee every year, and it's whatever Tom Brady chooses to do in that quick passing game, and then they beat you deep. It's a recipe for success every week, and I love watching it.
You've known guys who have played for New England.
Yeah.
And what do they say, Michael?
It's the most structured program that they have ever been around. From high school to college to the National Football League, they do things different. And even talking to Chad Johnson, he just said it was a different world. It took him a while to get adjusted, and he never really made the adjustment.
He didn't.
It's a great platform for any player who wants success and obviously who wants to win a Super Bowl ring.
What do you make of Tom versus Time, that documentary? Is he a little too obsessed? Like, you're sitting there watching this stuff, and what's your takeaway?
No, I love it. I think this is a blueprint for young guys playing in the National Football League. Jimmy Garoppolo, for instance. He'll watch Tom versus Time now, maybe 10 years from now, and he might try to duplicate some of the things that Tom is doing so he can play into his 40s. I think the best quarterbacks mature, well into their 30s. Early 30s or, well into the 30s.
This is Brady talking about watching tape. So, Mike, watch this. This is Brady talking about how much tape he watches.
When you've been doing something so long, you just don't see, tape. You see the depth of everything.
Yeah.
How do you know when the guy's going to blitz? You kind of look at the shape of the defense. A guy just may have a little tell, like a poker player. It's like, oh, how do you know? Well, I don't know, you've been doing it for so long, you've seen so much. I watch tape all day Monday, all day Tuesday. Wednesday we practice, Thursday we practice, Friday we practice, and I come home and I watch film. And then Saturday before the game I watch film. And then Sunday morning I watch film. And the whole time I'm just trying to get tells. I don't know why I can sit here and watch it and, process information quickly, but I can. I could literally, just watch film all day. It's almost like soothing because I've been doing it for so long. I can just go 4 or 5 hours without getting up from this chair.
Michael, you looked at me and you were like, you nodded your head about the tell thing.
Tom versus Time come out 10 years ago? I needed to see that and feel that way.
Well, you admitted to me one time that you didn't take the film seriously for the first few years.
Yeah, see, just in watching that, when he's talking about, trying to find any telltale sign, the details that, to know when a defense is about to blitz. Because they might do a good job of disguising, but it may be the 1 technique or the 3 technique that may give it away because they may blitz to the 3 technique side. Little things, the subtle things that some quarterbacks may overlook, but he's just trying to find that edge. Listen, at 40 years old, I'll be trying to find the edge as well. And Tom will have to continue to do that
Right.
if he wants to play well into his 40s, at the age of 45, which he says that's when he wants to retire. That preparation to get to that point starts now. So Tom versus Time right now is the best documentary that can be put together, a blueprint for a lot of young quarterbacks who want to play,
By the way,
longevity.
Andy Reid, Alex Smith.
Yeah.
Alex is one of those guys that gets beat up a little bit because he's not big and he doesn't have the Flacco arm and he doesn't have like, how do you view Alex Smith? Like, I think Alex is an upgrade over Kirk Cousins. Nothing against Kirk Cousins.
I do too.
You do too.
Yeah.
Alex doesn't make any
agree.
mistakes.
I
Alex
agree.
doesn't throw any picks. Alex is very good at the line of scrimmage. By the way, Alex is more athletic than people think.
Yeah, he can move. He can move the chains with his legs, and I tell you what, the NFC East just got that much tougher. It won't be a cakewalk for any of these teams, whether it's Dallas, whether it's New York with Pat Shermer. Now joining that team and in that division, and Alex Smith is going to be a good addition to this team.
How well do you know Alex?
I know Alex really well. I know him really well.
What impresses you about him?
I think his intellect, and being around him for, 70, at least 15 days in training camp.
Yeah.
And watching him work, watching him run the film room, basically almost as if he was the quarterback coach, and going through the concepts with Matt Nagy and breaking it all down, and together as a room, helping Patrick Mahomes and, putting concepts together when the concept didn't work 3 days in a row. Find a way to make it work, tweak it a little bit. And I think that's the thing that has helped him in his career, being a game manager, but being perfect almost while doing it. His quarterback rating is high every year.
He was number one in the league this year.
Over 100, yeah.
Every single year. And the one thing I'll say about Alex, he's a grown-up.
Yeah.
Like, he's not going to give the game away.
Yeah.
He's going to show up every day. Like, there's something to be said. And I like Kirk Cousins. He's fine. There is something to be said. And I've been critical of Cam on this. Man, do I get a lot of this. I get a lot
Too much of that.
You get what, and like, Alex going to show up. He's going to give me 100.
It's going to look the same every week.
Every single day, man. He may be oatmeal, but I know exactly what I'm getting every morning for breakfast with Alex.
Look,
and he's not going to throw it away.
If I was a coach, that's exactly what I would want. If I had 3 quarterbacks who line up and I let all of them play one preseason game, and just to watch a guy like Alex Smith, not make mistakes, ball placement is where it needs to be, good accuracy, not the strongest arm, and will make plays with his legs, he'll be my guy. I'd take a guy like Alex Smith any day at the quarterback position.
Good seeing you, Michael.
Good seeing you.
Guys, it's a new year, and I know what happens in the new year. You make resolutions, and you want to work out, and that's why gyms are packed in January and February. Let me guess, you didn't get to the gym yesterday. A little less frequent. Time to make that big change.